right, welcome everybody. We're doing a little bit of Starfinder tonight. As usual, we have with us our awesome players. Reno, say hi to
Hey.
everybody.
Hello, hello. Good to be here.
And Bobby, how are you doing tonight?
I'm fine.
And Miss Roberta, how are you tonight?
Oh, cheers to everyone. Doing pretty good.
But
All right, so we may be in the very last stream of Dead Sons Book 4. As you guys are in the middle of a fight. You had come searching the information that that is in the temple found, that the cultists have already stopped and grabbed, in the process angering the local people. So you had to sort of sneak your way in, which you've done, and now you guys are battling with the main leader of the indigenous people on this floating island called Istamak. And he had just blown up in the sense of a Solarian. And you guys had taken some damage as these radiation blasts out from him. And then as it fades, we're at the top of round 7. All right, so it looks like my computer is dying, so I'm going to try one other thing. It is Fivel's turn. Five will go ahead and take your turn, and I will work my magic by over here.
Target the guy right. I guess that's the boss guy. And I'm gonna attack him with my bone scepter thingy. Come on, roll a 20. Come on. Yeah. Did I have him targeted?
No, you did not have him targeted. We'll drop it on him.
Yeah.
16 is a miss.
Tried. Can't win them all.
All right. Serena.
So Serena is not targeted here. Let's so undo everything. Is strike. She is targeted one more time. Untarget. Target. She's targeting the scout and striking with her Lack Hold Star, or with Bite Mat, her sword. A moment as my screen comes up. There we go. Where's the weapon? There it is. And hit. And heavy damage, 35. Awesome.
All right, Zerail.
I'm gonna stay where I'm at, but I'm gonna have Ara attack Zabra. Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
Afraid to ask what's going to happen now.
All
When you
right,
see the
so
DM smiling, smirking like that, you know you're in trouble.
all right, and Nosy.
Now she's going to be taking full action to radiate out some
Wait a
healing to everybody.
Wait, time out. What happens?
Are we
Nothing?
doing the one roll?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't catch that it was a that's a weird. It
You
has
see nothing.
it
You see
has
nothing at all.
Nosy's
It's all
picture.
good.
I wonder why it has Nosy's picture. It doesn't make sense. Okay, so go ahead and give me a percentile.
And then after she attacks, can she move?
Yes.
Oh, why didn't it? Oh, hang on a second. It landed in the combat tracker. Hang on. Ugh.
All right. So you're good to go. She's not due a fumble.
Good. I want her to come back to me. Thank you. Now the turn is over.
All right,
Thank you.
Nosy.
Going to use your standard action to full action to use healing channel. Which means I use a resolve point to heal everybody for 88. Now I roll it a single time and it does everything to the same, every level is the same, all people.
So what you do is you go to the top of your map and use the target all friendly units.
Okay, that's cool. Ah. All right, and then roll it.
Yeah, just making sure I got aura connected. It did. All right, and then roll your yes. Hit the roll.
And go. And
Hmm?
booyah. 29.
There you
Not
go.
too bad.
And
A hell of a lot more, but
heals up everybody.
Oh, nice.
it does not change the fatigue, correct?
Correct. It does not touch stamina. And then you can go ahead and then click clear targets if you want. And that way it will be, you won't be targeting everybody again.
Okay, very good.
And that's a full
Sweet.
action. So very nice. Now, does that use a resolve?
I use the resolve.
All right. So
I click the button. I mean, I just click the button manually is what I'm saying.
yeah, but what that does is it refreshes all your stamina.
So
There we
I
go.
did it
So I
wrong.
took it off. Right. You just have to manually change the number down one on spent or up one on spent. That's right. It worked.
Okay,
I
I'll
fixed it.
change it. Okay.
No, I already did. You're good.
All right.
It used it up. It just did other stuff in addition to. So it's all set.
Okay, so I don't press the button. I just change the number there to the next lower number, and that's how it works.
Well,
Or it
just to
does it automatically.
clarify, on your main page where it says current, you would change the current down one.
Right. Okay. And that is something I can do once per day, I believe. And that is all. Wait a minute.
Just make sure you read it. I don't remember. Some of them you can do as long as you use resolve points. As long as you have resolve points, you can do them over and over. Other ones,
Okay.
it's only certain times a day. So just check. All right, so Zavra is up. He is the bad guy or misunderstood guy. So up as Serena is up top and swings at the scout, he sort of ducks out of the way, and Fievel slashes at the boss, who knocks it aside, and Zerail directs the spider to attack, and it chinks into his can't pierce the armor on his shoulders, and she scuttles back to you. No, so you reach out and with your connection, close your eyes, and the warmth fills the room as you reach out to your friends. This guy gets ready and starts to slash. Come on, let's see. Very nice. All right, so he's going to do a full attack against Fievel.
Okay.
Ron, do you have this? I noticed you typed in the stream. Is the cameras moving and stuff? Can you see us moving and things?
There's, I'm getting some static where it freezes and then comes back.
Okay, and is it insane bad or is it okay?
I'm gonna say, I mean, what's insane bad? How long is the delay? I'm gonna say at least 10 seconds, if not more.
All right, but as long as it's consistent, if it keeps moving and stuff, then that's okay. I'm not that concerned. The sound is okay. Are you able to check the sound?
I can
Oh,
check
the
it.
sound is fine.
Okay.
Yeah,
Awesome.
here's sound. But Roberta, are you also getting, freezing?
A little bit. It told me to go into my advanced settings and make sure I had low latency on.
Ah,
Okay. Yeah, it's coming from me is bad. Like I said, this is encoding overloaded. Consider turning down the video settings. So I don't know.
okay.
This was supposed to resolve all that. But the only way to really
It's
check is to have all cameras running, Fantasy Grounds running, OBS running, and it's hard to do without when I'm not actually streaming. It's hard to check because it doesn't pop up until I actually start streaming, and then it
right.
gives me the "you suck" message. All right, I even shut down one of my instances of Fantasy Grounds, and it didn't seem to help. But it's okay. We will adapt and overcome. Um, we are at least they can see us here, and they can see that we are alive and moving, and they can hear us just fine. So
Yeah, the hearing is the
I've
most
had a
part right now.
stream where we were frozen, and all you could do was hear us for 20 minutes, and there was no movement at all. So as long as we're moving to some extent, I'm gonna move forward. All right, so he's going to attack Fievel.
He's gonna miss.
So he has a ultra thin long sword that
Ah,
is sort of wavers and it's almost like a saw blade, as it whips and runs. It's not a solid, rigid blade. It almost like a ribbon as he slices into you. And I need a DC 17. Let's see what. On your turn, you'll do a save.
Critical hit. Wow.
Yeah, it could have been a lot worse. You rolled a 1 and a 6, 3, 3. So not too shabby overall. But it's his first attack.
Did I?
3.
How much of that did I absorb with the?
You you still have you still haven't hit your hit point yet.
Okay. So- Oh, he did.
Oh, all right. Well, good news is you are not staggered. I used the wrong thing, so let me fix that.
Just let her go home, kids. Oh.
There we go. Oh, it says not wounded. All right, so I had to manually adjust your fatigue. Give me just a second. 33 is 56. There we go. All right, so, but the bad news is now you take this damage. Control.
So he still has fatigue left.
Yep. Not much, but
Minus 15.
like 29.
Oh, actually, no, it would have
Oh,
been.
This guy's got it out for me, don't he?
It would have been.
he sure does.
You're standing right in front of him and not necessarily biased
Yeah.
per se.
10.
Go to bed. I said I don't care. Go to bed.
Staggered. Yay. Thank you. All
A
right.
big giggle in there,
So he's not
Roberta.
staggered. All right. So he slices in, and this whole long sword just goes slicing up across your chest, up your stomach, a big gash cutting through your armor, and then he follows it back, slices across your arm as this ultra thin long sword starts working its way on you. The scout drops his bow and slashes at Serena with his survival knife. He is also going to use so he's going to do a little trick attack. See if he can fool you.
Yeah, I knew Serena forgot something. Trick attack.
Interesting. He is an explorer, so he uses culture and survival. So his trick attacks are based on culture and survival.
Are they the same thing as Serena's, or are they different? Are they treated the same as Serena's or different?
So he succeeds at his trick attack. I don't understand your question. So you do
Trick-
acrobatics, so you trick people by moving one way and then suddenly shifting or doing an acrobatic trick,
Right.
fall to the floor or do a split or something, and then an attack. Whereas he is more studies the culture and sees how you move and is able to trick you in that sense.
I disagree.
Interesting. Okay. One, two, three. 17. So 17.
Ooh, Sven takes
All right, so
17
he
damage.
slashes out and sees if he can hit. And he does. Hold on a minute. Minus 17. I actually don't think he does. No, he missed. All right, so he missed. But he tricks you, but he still slams against your armor with his knife.
Okay.
All right, and then we have Chris. And Chris is going to. He's got a decent shot at the guy above, so he's going to try to help out Serena. Just waiting for Fancy Ground to catch up as he's getting ready to shoot. All right, and he hits, and as the needler slams into him, it there's an explosion as he uses an explosive dart.
Wow.
Well,
And
Bye
that
bye.
is enough. As it explodes, he stumbles, and you see this large hole in his side as he collapses to the floor.
nice.
All right, Nosy.
Wait. Let's see. Let's see. Okay.
So on my turn, I need to make a saving roll for something.
No, you were staggered, but that's not the case.
Oh,
I
okay.
put the wrong. If he shot you with his
Oh,
gun, then you
okay.
get staggered. The sword doesn't have a critical effect. It just does a
Okay.
crap ton of damage.
So I'm good.
So Nosi is shooting at I mean, the other person.
Remember, I'm short enough. You could just shoot over my head.
19. Nice.
All right, so bam, the shot rings out, and it's right in Nosy's ears. This fires a pistol. Bullet slams into him. And he's going to do the same thing again. This time I'm actually going to do it correctly. I will. And again, he just slices.
He's attacking me.
Yes.
Dude.
Quickly slices twice with his sword. You still have DR 10, so you're absorbing 10 points of each strike. But you've got two more these thin lines seeping blood as he himself is staggered and suffering from lots of wounds. All right, and Chris.
What's
Fires his last explosive dart. And it does knock him down because he's dead.
Nice.
So as he slices into Fievel, he looks up as his dart pierces into his shoulder, and then thing explodes, and he goes to one
That's a
knee
mask.
and falls down.
That's a mask he's wearing, right? The white thing is a mask,
No, it's his face.
or is that part? That's part of his face.
Yep.
Never mind. I think
Serena
that's
was
the
up.
worst.
Serena was about to do a trick attack off the balcony, man. I was prepared. It's going to be an awesome sight.
This is the picture of where you guys were and what you were doing as he's fighting in this room with all these discs and bookshelves and everything else.
That's pretty cool, actually. They got no C and well, almost could be 5-0. Actually, it could be 5-0 technically.
Yep.
It's pretty cool. It's pretty much no C, right? That's her. Oh, no, it's not. No, that's a different.
Same
Is
race.
that 5? Okay.
Same race,
Just
but
a different hat.
different look. Yep. All right, so
dear.
you guys, the dust settles.
Mm.
That a robot flying up above?
It is the Yusoki is a mechanic.
Ah.
These are Paizo has a set number of we'll call iconic characters, one for each class. So as they put out the different adventure paths and things, if there's ever combat fights and things, they use these same people. So you'll see these same people, and they have names and stuff, but I forget what they are. But Yusoki is a mechanic, and he always has his little drone around. All right, it's like Twitch, but Twitch doesn't have a drone. He has a special thing in his brain.
Mm.
All right, so the dust settles. You guys look around, sort of breathe heavy as you realize there aren't any more enemies. And what would you
Okay.
guys like to do?
So
I think
I'm sorry. I have a serum of healing. How do I use it? Just roll for it and give it to Nosy?
well, hold up before you do that. What time of the day is it?
The answer to your question is yes. And Reno, I'm looking here at the calendar. So those of you who use Fancy Grounds, you just hold Control. You can change the time to enter the temple. So it's been
I'm glad I
about half an
did
hour.
it when it did.
I'm going to say it's 1 o'clock. All right, so you guys got up at 7 in the morning and came here. You traveled over to the. You didn't come here. You left and went to the security offices, and then did all that, and now you came over here. So even though it's only 1 o'clock, you guys are pretty tired.
Okay, so
Okay.
Sorrel, Nosi's gonna use her healing. What's it called again? Hold on. It's called. Don't tell me. Healing channel. Use another resolve point and do a healing channel for everyone.
Okay, but does that restore your hit points or only your stamina?
Your hit points. The stamina you have to use your own resolve point.
Yeah, Zerael has that too. It's in your spells, all the way down the bottom. Still, I believe.
Mine's under actions.
Okay, then we're probably talking about something else. There's the other thing you can do. Where the heck did it go? So you mystics get a free 50 hit points a day. Healing Touch is what it's called.
It must be under
Right.
spells.
It is. It's under spells. I haven't moved it and I keep forgetting.
A healing touch. Yep. 10 minutes for 5 points once per day per level. She's 10. So that's 50 points for Nosi.
Okay. Um,
But it's only for one person. So
Yeah, I'm not down any hit points. I'm only down fatigue.
right,
I
but
think
we have your spider there. Aura is down 52. She's almost half dead, and Fievel is a third dead, and Nosi is still
I'm trying.
20% dead. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I think I'll spend as a resolve to fix everybody right now. Yeah, unless anybody disagrees.
okay, so the first thing you guys need to do is just take a 10-minute rest, because that's going to fix Aura by half. So she'll be up to full, and and then you get all your resolve back as well. A lot of you are down completely. 3 of you are down completely from your resolve.
Okay, so let's take a 10-minute rest first, and then I'll take the sets resolve.
All right, so as
Okay.
you take a short rest, Fievel sort of taking a deep breath, and he steps on something, moves his little foot, sees he stepped on some sort of crystal, and thanks
Probably
to
not.
Honey Badger Sven in the chat, you feel this magical effect on you. I need you to type this in your chat. I'll type it in chat in just a second.
Yeah, stop.
So /DIE, it's in chat. Just do /DIE 1D 10,000.
Okay. That's it. Oh, come on. Damn it.
9364.
Wow.
So once you type that, just hit enter. Ooh, nice.
I'm
I like that
trying to
one.
type it. It won't let me.
Sometimes I find you have to touch up into the chat square higher and then come back down to type it in.
So we'll see what he picks, but the first my choice is
The hand comes up.
Okay, there it goes.
when you
Yep.
do the
That's what I do.
magic surge, player rolls and I roll, and then I pick which one I think best fits the
Save.
situation.
Oop. And I hit
There we
enter.
go.
There we
Perfect.
go.
All right, and yeah, and so Serena already has an effect, which has a little knob on the back of her head now. When you push it, her head lights up. 7 9.
I
Don't you
forgot
dare
about that.
laugh.
I did.
No snickering allowed. She has long hair. It's covered up.
Right?
If you get to know her much more intimately in order to get that, because she has a sharp blade and a matching wit.
Didn't I already push it once and turn
Yeah,
it
you did when
on?
she
All
first got
right.
it.
Yes.
Slapped your hand away.
What's this?
All right. So, oh, I can't push it because this is not D&D. All right. So everybody, give me a perception check. Let me check my handy dandy chart to see how high it needs to be.
My perception's not very high.
Where's
In
my
the
tab?
chat,
Oh,
right?
Yeah, just drop them in the chat. You don't
No.
have to put them in a tower. It is
now you
challenging
tell
I'm
me.
gonna go
15
ahead
plus
and roll.
1.5. 1.5, 10, 15, so it's 15. So it needs DC 30.
Oh,
So
I
you
failed
said
it.
percentile.
I want to re-roll.
I'll help her.
I thought I had something to
No,
re-roll.
it's a perception
Holy
check.
Jesus.
It's a perception check,
Oh, sorry, I don't
Let's
understand.
field check.
and it's DC 30. And yes, you do, Zerail, you have a Stargazer. You can roll an ability check, attack, saving throw, or skill check.
Awesome. Re-rolling.
Oh, that's an actual ability.
Mm-hmm. There we go.
Let's see. Really?
Oh, crap.
Yeah, there you go. I think neither one of them made it.
All right, so Zarel, you're really the only one that notices this because it's very subtle. But you guys, as you guys are taking a short rest, Fievel's there drinking from his water and eating a little bit of his food, and he's not moving. His not moving around. He's just standing still. But you notice that he's very slowly rotating clockwise, and it's about 1 degree every 2 minutes. He slowly rotates.
Hey, I wonder if that has something to do with that crystal he picked up. Kind of elbow nosy. Hey,
Either that or he's back in the 70s and he's got that phrase spin and rotate in his body.
look at Fievel.
Remember, he used to say that? Sit on it and rotate. Instead of saying fuck off,
I elbow nosy. I'm like, hey, look at Fievel. Watch him for a second.
Wow.
Does that?
Does he notice?
Nope.
He did not notice at the
I
time,
rolled
though.
I rolled a 16.
He's a fidgety guy anyway, so he's always looking around,
That's
doing
true.
different stuff. So he doesn't really.
That is true. You have to sit still for a moment. So you got lucky, man. I say to Serenity, I go over and start pushing the back of his head, see if she can find something. Come here, Bible. Come here. Let me just check out. I saw something back. Get a little lint there. All right, Nosy will mentally take note of that and see if she can figure out what that means. And Nosy is she still physically? I mean, yeah, attuned to everybody like she used to
Oh,
be.
Yes, just that's a magical thing.
What, what do you mean? Oh, it's a magical attunement.
Correct. It's part of your um, mystic channel, or I believe it's called.
Okay.
Zarael is a stargazer, and you are a. I mean, she's a star shaman. You are a light, a healing. I
But
want to say it's
it's not
domain. I'm not sure.
okay. So it's not reflected in his attributes on the combat tracker.
Oh,
Yes, it is.
It is because I'm not seeing it. Moxie.
The very last thing on there slowly rotates clockwise when standing still.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm
is
talking
this a
about.
permanent thing?
Remember, Nosy would always know what's going on with anybody, regardless of where they were.
Right. So, if you're asking if that's in no, if that thing is in Nosie's combat tracker, it should be. Let me look.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anybody else's.
So you have communalism, by the way, which you've never used. Lets you re-roll an attack or a skill check because you're mentally connected to everybody. You also have tip of the tongue, which allows you to re-roll knowledge on certain things. But I'm looking here to see what it's called. Yeah, it
Is that the last?
doesn't look like I coded it, but it's part of your. Um, they're called connections, the mystic connection.
Okay.
As a healer, it's called Healer's Bond. So you form a bond of 3 allies, allowing you to constantly sense their condition. Lasts until the spell until you can create a new one.
So it is a spell then. It's not something that always happens.
It
Yes.
lasts until it's dispelled. So to my knowledge, you haven't stopped it. You haven't. So it's still going. It goes on
Okay.
forever.
All right.
And right now you have Fievel, Zerael, and Serena.
Right. Chris is not involved in this just yet.
All right. So you guys rest a little bit. Is anybody using? Okay. Chris needs to do his. Fievel, you need to do your regain stamina stuff. On your main page, click the little stam button.
Yep. And then I was gonna use hold on, let me go into gear.
And before you use any potions and stuff, now that you guys are rested, and you can check and see how hurt you guys are and if you need to do spells and such.
I need something.
Unless I'm reading this wrong,
I'm like,
Ara is half dead. Fievel still 30% dead, and Nosi is approximately 30% as well. So I think Nosi's going to go ahead and do this.
Zerael,
Use
as I said, when Zerael rests and uses this resolve point, Aura gets back half her hit points. Zerael, did you use a resolve point?
I did, and I thought he already
Okay.
did his thing, so I put her.
I see. Well, yeah, she was really, really bad. So I brought her back to 50, and now evidently what you did brought it back to 0. So now she's
Correct.
fully recovered. So that just leaves Nosi and Fievel.
Yeah, because that 29 you did before, using a resolve and healing everybody 29, brought her down to about 50 something, 52. Right. And now half of 105 is 52. So Aura's good. It's just Nosi's down a tiny bit.
How is 30% down? That's 30%.
Yeah, but you still have, now you have 100 stamina. So they're going to have to do 100 damage, 108,
Okay.
140 damage to you.
Okay. And the same thing for Fievel. He has to get 110, and then starts the wounds left.
Right.
All right. So she'll go over, look at Fievel's wounds, clean him up a little bit, and say, "Hey, you're okay for right now. Let's just keep an eye on that." Serena's still going to somersault off the balcony and gracefully land with the rest of her party.
All right, so now Fievel, since they're refusing to assist you, if you want to, you can use your potions or anything else.
Yes, I got a serum of healing Mark 2. I'm going to use it.
Wait a minute. No, she's going to interfere. No, she's going to interfere with that. Dude,
3d8
put your thing away, man. And if you can either ignore me, no, see or not, but she's saying, just put that thing away and save it for emergency. You do what? Dun, dun, dun.
Well, since she refused to help me, I'm going to.
I'm offering help. I'm not refusing.
How much is that? And I'll take the. I got more than one healing potion, so.
All right.
What
So
did
you
I just
stab
do?
yourself a little bit. And you
Stabby,
feel a little
stab.
better.
Stabby.
And now I'm going to Zero that. And if it will let me
All right, so your 10 minutes pass.
delete,
What would you guys like to do now?
delete.
Search
So let me
body.
remind you again of what's going on.
There.
Yes, please do.
We're looking for something. We have all the
Definitely,
pieces we need.
we definitely need to
There.
check out
No,
the chick we just killed.
So you saw the picture, but you have all these shelves, and there's a huge amount of data pads lining the walls, and also in these shelves. Um, in the room we came in was the only entrance through it. Um, the ceiling is 25 feet high. The balcony is 15 feet up, and there's even more shelves and things up there as well. So you determine that all these, with a quick look at it, Fievel is able to determine, he's your computer guy, correct?
Yes.
So he's able to determine quickly that these are not linked to any kind of infosphere. They're all individual records, so it makes it almost impossible to hack. But it's a cluster to find any information. Um, that's why it was all handled by a librarian. People would come in, go to that sense reading room up front, request things. The librarian would go get it, bring it to them, and then when they were done reading, it would go back, never to leave this little area. They could make copies and things as they needed to, but everything was kept here and run by a librarian, or one or two librarians. Um, However, as you're looking around, and this is what the data pads look like. It's been a minute since you've seen them. You guys had found two of these already. But as you're looking around, you soon find out that everything is a mess. That there's stuff strewn all over the floor. That using the computer terminal, you look for something, you go to where it should be, and it's either gone or something else is there. So you then go to find where that belongs, walk back, and sometimes you find the two have just been switched. Usually there's something completely different in the new spot, so now you have to go find where that belongs, that type of thing. So the room, where everything is all messed up. So you have a couple different choices at this point. You know that the information you need is in this room, in theory, is in this room somewhere. So you can just randomly start searching through the data pads and hope you can find it.
Best.
And I have the roles for that. You can also try to use the computer to find where the data pad is supposed to be.
Well, Nosi has some computer skills, as does Serena. So can they help out 5
All right. So
yeah.
do either of them are their ranks, total ranks, less than 10?
total together?
No, you're all the way to the right on your skills page
Under
is your
Oh,
total less than 10.
on both of them. No C is above 10, and of course, Serena is way above 10.
All right, so 5 go ahead and give me a computer's check with a +4.
Do I need to put that in the little thing down here?
Correct, in the modifier. You can also just use your wheel on your mouse
Why?
if you have one, and
Yeah, I do, and it's not letting me do it.
okay, or just click it, type of 4.
Okay. I don't think I need that +4, but well, maybe I do. So 28.
All right, so since you don't read Kishaline, the DC was a 26 to hack into it. It's a tier 2 computer, so you're able to. It takes you a little while, and you got to try. You're just looking for sort of like patterns within the coding and stuff, but you're finally able to do it after about 5 minutes. And so now you're inside it, and you're think you're where you need to be. Um, so now we need another computer's check again, +4. To try to find the location of the stellar degenerator datapad.
Degenerator. Let's hope I roll a little better this time. 29.
All
It
right,
is better.
so he finds where it's supposed to be. Who's gonna go grab it?
I will.
All right, so you get over there. You can read Kishali, correct?
Yes, I can.
All right, so it's like reading Shakespeare or King James. It's not quite the same.
Thousand leaves
Um,
and
is because it's degenerated over the last several hundred years. But when you get there, you soon realize that this is about quantum fluid dynamics.
what? What?
So give me another computer's check to find out
Everybody?
where the quantum fluid dynamics datapad is supposed to be located.
+4?
Yes, they're still helping you.
Indeed.
All right, so now you're getting the hang of it. It goes a little bit faster, and you find where it's supposed to be. So, Zerail, as you go over to where the quantum fluid dynamics datapad is supposed to be located, you find the report on the stellar degenerator.
Is that the one we want?
Yes, that's the one you
Yay!
want.
Woo-hoo-hoo! I got it! I found it!
Woohoo!
All right,
All
so
right.
as you guys, are you going to study it now? Are you going to leave? What are you going to be doing now that you have what you came for?
So you take it with us and get the
Yeah,
hell out of
get rid of
here
the dog.
before something else tries to kill us.
Right?
Uh,
All right, so you guys are getting ready to leave then?
Yep.
Yep.
yes.
Hey, did we search the bodies or do we need to search the bodies?
Yeah.
Anything important? No?
Yeah.
Not really.
Needs a strong word.
Serena,
Or
check the body
what?
up in the
If we
top.
want.
Found some nice
I'll
weapons,
check
but
the
that's about
one
it.
down below. I'll check Zabra.
Serena obviously checked the body before she jumped down there.
All right, so you have so there's his Zavra's zero pistol, and also his ultra thin longsword.
That is physically
Fuck
still a long sword, right? It
that
doesn't like
thing.
collapse or disappear when you press a button or anything.
That thing
Correct.
damn near killed me.
Yeah, it does 4d8. Let me see if they have an action. I was trying to see if they had a parcel here. I don't see a parcel. Let me check. Records.
Yeah,
Parcels.
the bow is going to go directly into Sarina's null space bag, unless somebody